everyone, and welcome to the August 2021 Energetic Insights. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Deepika Mystery, and I'm an intuitive guide, energy healer, coach, and a consultant. And for almost 2 years now, I've been doing these insights on a month-by-month basis, and it's really geared up for those of you guys that are becoming more and more consciously aware of your intuitive and energetic abilities and are looking for some practical guidance to help you to navigate your way through. So if that sounds like you, welcome, you're here at the right place. So how are you guys doing? How did you find the energies of July's? I know a number of you guys really struggled, especially in the last week of July, but also a number of you guys had a lot of fun, especially with the fast pace of the energy. And I feel for August that pace is still going to be continuing. It's going to get faster and faster, I think, towards the end of this year anyway, because there's this momentum that is building up in the undercurrents, and that's what I'm feeling. One of the key things that the guide showed me for August were 3 keywords: clarity, uncertainty, change. Clarity, uncertainty, change. And the way in which they showed it to me, which is like a cyclical process, and they basically said we are going to go through the cyclical process on a day-by-day basis, on an hour-by-hour basis. So some of us will actually go through the cyclical process maybe 3 times in 1 hour, right? Or for some of us, it will be one process for over a week long. So we're going through the clarity, uncertainty, and change, and it takes us a week to get through that process. But it's cyclical and it's ongoing. So there's really great things about that, because as we kind of gain that new level of clarity, we then take the action that's needed to then create that change. But before that change is created, we go through a period of uncertainty. And for many of us, we tend to back out of that sensation of uncertainty. So what the guides are showing is that go through the uncertainty and then you'll get the change. And as you get the change, you'll get greater sense of clarity, and therefore the process starts again. So it's really cool, this process, and just become more consciously aware of it as you go through the month of August. The other question that the guides kind of said for overall for August, and just for you guys to keep in mind, is what are you manifesting? Because your outside world is really going to be reflecting back what you are manifesting in an instant. So it says, what are you manifesting? So really pay a close attention to what you're manifesting this month. And then overall, what I'm getting for the sense of the energies this month, there is more of an earthy feeling to it, like an earthy undercurrent to it. So last month felt very much more in the cosmos, where we're getting greater understanding of the various different energies of the cosmos. And now it's really about, okay, we've opened that up. How do we utilize that on this earthly realm? So a lot of the themes are going to be an extension of the themes from July. So with that, let's take a quick recap of the themes for July. There were prison break, cosmic intuition, dimensional dreaming, and practical prioritizing. So if any of those resonates with you, go ahead and check out the July insights, just so that you get a feel for it, especially if you're resonating with those themes. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the first theme for this month. So the first theme is called Lack and Limitation Awareness. And what I got from the guides is that they're saying we are really being guided at the moment to really become aware of this energy of lack and limitation in ourselves, right? In our immediate environment, but also taking it a little bit wider in the collective environment. Where is the energy of lack and limitation showing up? How is it showing up? And we're really being guided to really expand our level of consciousness and awareness when it comes to this energy. And what it's going to be bringing up for many of us is these old conditionings that we've been carrying, especially in this lifetime, and it's going to start really unearthing them. So for some of us, we're going to be like, yeah, finally I'm free, I can do what I've been desiring to do. And some of us, it's like, oh my goodness, I can't handle this is a bit too much, I just want to stay in the safetyness of my lack and limitation, just leave me alone, I want to be my own world. So I'm getting that kind of energy. So I think we're going to be a mix of both, and maybe some of us are going to be in both camps. So the guides were saying is just really become aware. So we take it back in, because there's going to be so much that's going to go on in our external environment, and even more so in our collective environment, what the guides are saying is bring it back in and start having a look at within yourself, right? Look at the self-imposed blocks. And what they were saying, sorry, I had a little tickle on my nose. What they were saying is that have a look at how you're talking to yourself. What are your thoughts that are going through your mind? What are you actively saying out aloud? When someone says, oh, give that a go, and you say, oh, I can't do that because, when are you saying, I can't do that because? When are you thinking, I can't do that because? And then some of us are not really having those active thoughts and stuff because it's so ingrained in us. When we try to move forward, we're almost being pulled back. So we're trying to move forward and it's like, So just become really aware of what you're saying, what you're thinking, and what you're feeling. And then it goes with the saying and these are great ways to recognize the thoughts, the feelings, and the sensations. So the other one, which is the self-imposed block, they said was, I am not good enough. I am not good enough. Nothing good ever happens to me. They won't get it. They're just going to be jealous of me. And can you see how those phrases are really limiting you, and you're coming from a place of lack? There's many more like that. So really pay attention to what you're thinking, what you're saying, and also if you're desiring something and you're finding this kind of pullback motion, the guides are saying just become aware of that. So to help you out, because this is so subtle in energy, and it's really going to get you to really expand your level of awareness. And this is great because there's a theme about that this month as well. So all the energies are supporting you, and really this is an extension of the first theme from July, which is Prison Break. So if this is resonating with you, do go back and have a look at Prison Break, because there's an elements, this is taking you into another level of detail. And then we're really focusing on this lifetime, whereas Prison Break was more on, the ancestral and the past life side of things. So I've got some questions here and I'm just going to read them out. If you have a pen and paper handy, great, write them out and then just do this exercise by yourself and do it as many times as you want to do it. And if you don't have a pen and paper, you can always pause and watch this back again. So the questions are, number 1, where in your life don't you feel abundant? Where in your life don't you feel abundant? Number 2, when do you feel constricted or constrained? When do you feel constricted or constrained? Number 3, what dreams and desires do you shut down? What dreams and desires do you shut down? And number 4, what do you long for but it's just out of your reach? So what do you long for that is just out of your reach? So just allow yourself to go through those questions, see what you get, write it all down, and just allow yourself to automatically write, because your intuition and your guides are going to really be helping you this month as well, going through this process. Then once you've written that down, for each of the things that you've kind of written down, just take it to another level of detail to really start to identify the limitations or limiters. So what are the limitations? Where does it come from? How does it serve you? How does it hinder you? And are you ready to release them? So once you've gone through those first 4 questions, write them down, then go to the second 5 questions and then see what you kind of get. And then you've got this whole massive toolkit, and it's going to just really expand your level of awareness. And so yeah, do let me know how you get on with that. It's really, really powerful this month, and we are breaking free. There is a whole new level of freedom for us. That's why the energies are really pushing us to kind of look at these elements within us, because it's going to help us to set ourselves free. And I think for many of us, we're feeling this kind of trapped sensation, but actually what the guides keep telling us is that we're more freer than we actually think we are. We're just sometimes often just trapped in the workings of our own mind. So with that, let's move on to theme 2. So this one was really cool. It's called Quantum Leap, and it was more of an image that I got for this, and I'm going to go and describe it to you. So what I saw was this beautiful, beautiful pond. There's this beautiful stillness to it. And I saw these really big kind of stepping stones, which were more like really smooth pebbles. And they're all kind of dotted around the place, right? In no particular order. It wasn't linear. There was lilies growing. The water was just, you can hear the water dripping in the background, and it was just beautifully small. And there was an energy of playfulness, creativity, and just lots of laughter and giggles. And what I saw was basically children which were just standing on one of the stones, having a look around, and they're like, okay, I want to go for that stone. And then what they'll do is they'll get ready, they'll bounce their knees, and then take off and leap and go for it. So, and that was it. And that's how I saw it. And they just kept leaping, and every time they leap, they'll look up and they'll look around them, and they're like, wow. So it's almost like they gained a whole new level of perspective. So what the guys are saying is that many of us are going to be quantum leaping this month, and what we're going to need for that is this kind of sense of fun, creativity. But they said it was five key things. So what they said was have the desire. So have the desire, whatever the desire is, have a desire, creativity, trust, leap, new perspective. So it's desire, creativity, trust, leap, new perspective. So if you just write those 5 things down and have fun, what this is going to do is going to really, really expand you in this energy of playfulness, of creativity, of fun. And what it's going to do is a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to create what you've always been desiring in an instant. So because the manifestation is, like I said earlier, the manifestation energy is super, super fast, because the veils are thinning so much, so quickly at the moment. Everything is happening in an instant or within a couple of days. So you'll notice that. So really, really focus on those desires, because there's great opportunities to really quantum jump, quantum leap to, and if you think about the pebbles and the stones as different moments in time, right? So we're kind of moving away from this kind of linear timeline and to moments in the now moments and now moments, and you're kind of jumping and jumping and jumping. And as you jump, you're gaining a whole new level of perspective. But there's a little caveat here. What the guys were saying is that many of us will also feel inner conflicts as we go through this. And even though it's really exciting for some of us, you know, because of our conditioning and stuff, we're going to find ourselves in inner conflicts. And it's not a bad thing. Inner conflicts is just showing us where we're out of alignment, or there's 2 different aspects of us that are just not fully agreeing and pulling us in different directions. So it's really great way of identifying that and really just honoring it and working with it. So what will happen is, the reason why we'll be feeling this inner conflicts is that some of us are going to try and define these quantum leaps in a very linear way, and every time we do that, we're going to find ourselves in conflict, because the linear mind wants to know, okay, so how does this work? What are we doing? What are the 5 steps to do this, etc., etc., etc.? Can I trust in that? No, I need a plan. And so you're going to be in conflict, because that's not how the quantum leap works. It's not a brand new energy. It's an energy that doesn't really fit into the linear kind of way of thinking and linear timelines that we've actually done. So many of us that are following this kind of just being programmed to follow this linear way of living our life, or within this structure, what we find is that we're out of fear. We might be pushing ourselves to continue to follow it, but there's something in our heart that's saying, oh, give that quantum leap a go. Go and give that a go. Live in the moment. Just know and trust and live in the moment. You'll gain a new perspective. As you gain a new perspective, you can take another leap, and you can live life in a whole completely different way. And it'll be a lot of fun, it'll be really expansive. And then there's a part of us that's kind of going, no, because I'm getting older and I need to make sure all these things are in place, etc., etc., etc. And it's a very linear way. So it's just really challenging some of our thinking and getting us to look at it in different ways. And therefore we're going to start to feel this inner conflict. And also we'll feel this inner conflict as we start to see some of the shifts in timelines as well. And that's all the information I've got, and I'm sure that next month that we're going to go a bit deeper into this, because there's so many different changes that are happening, especially if you start to look out in the outside world and what's actually going on there. So some of you guys, there's going to be like two sides of it. Some of you guys are going to have an increased level of stress and anxiety, especially if you're trying to hold on to the old way of doing things, and you and your guys and your guidance team is pushing you or guiding you to do it in a slightly different way. So the anxiety levels and stress levels will kind of come up. So just be mindful of that, and then just kind of slow down and ask yourself, okay, what's going on? What is the inner conflict that I'm having? Where am I being guided to? What am I resisting? And that will just bring a little bit more peace and ease to that. And then also for some of you guys, it's going to be just like an immediate wake up, and you're going to be in this kind of, whether you're working in an old paradigm, in an old structure, an old way of doing things, and you may be someone there that is changing things from the inside out, you know, leading the way, leading with desire, leading with creativity, leading with trust, and then taking that leap, knowing that you will gain a new perspective. So you're the leaders of this kind of new way of being, new way of living. So really, really honor that, because you guys have got we all got a really big task at hand. It doesn't matter who we are, there's something for each and every one of us. We are really going to align to that calling, our purpose. So those of you guys that have been really seeking, what is my purpose, what is my calling, have a look at where you are right now and what you can be a leader in change, right? Leading differently, doing what your heart is desiring you to do, and then creating that. So this is a really interesting theme. So yeah, have fun with that this month. Okay, let's move on to the third theme. So I feel the third theme is really in support of everything that has been going on in August. So with the intensity of the energies, the speed of the energies, the new energies that's coming out, that's constantly requiring us to kind of create new space, release, upgrade, and there's a lot of that's going on. So what the guides were saying is really take a moment and throughout your day, don't just leave it towards the end of the day, don't leave it as a weekly practice, but try to start to bring it in throughout your day. Whether it's a 5-minute coffee break that you take a moment, and you have 5-minute coffee breaks throughout your days, whatever it is, but take a moment. And what they're saying is take a moment to reflect, right? That's number one. Number two, become aware of yourself. Become aware of yourself. Become aware of your patterns, your thoughts, your emotions, and the energies, right? And then thirdly, they said, notice your responsibility behavior. What are you not taking responsibility for that you really should be taking responsibility for? And what responsibilities are you carrying or you're taking on that really has nothing to do with you? So it's really taking a look at that and reflecting back on that. And then also noticing, number 4, what they said was about your triggers and your projections. And this is really, really important, because they say by taking those moments out throughout the day to take these time out to kind of become aware of this, what they're saying is that you become more consciously aware as you go through your day. So you could be having a conversation, and then you'll have an inner dialogue that says, oh, you just projected something. Oh, you just got triggered by something. But you can continue having that conversation, but you've got another level of awareness that's happening at the same time. So you're really strengthening that ability of yours and really expanding that and doing it throughout your day. And as you do that, you're changing on a constant basis by conversations. Or even in one conversation, you can change the direction of that conversation, rather than, you know, maybe some of us will be stewing over it for like a couple of days and like, oh, I really wish I said that. What's going to be happening is you can say that because you've got this whole new level of awareness that's coming in. So also with this is that what the guides are saying, and I think I've mentioned it already in these insights, is that the veil is going to continue to get thinner and thinner and thinner. So that also means that things are going to be manifesting really, really quickly. But also become really aware of, what are you manifesting? Where are you manifesting from? Is it from your heart's desire, or is it from fear, or is it from your head, or is it because of something that you think you should have or should be or should do? So really become aware of, where are you manifesting things from? Also with the veil thinning, the guides were saying that there's going to be our light is going to be immediately reflected back to us. Our shadow side is immediately going to be reflected back to us. Also, where we're not in alignment, it will just reflect back to us, where we'll have to kind of adjust and realign ourselves to ourselves. Also, with for some of us that have really got deep buried issues or traumas or old wounds, it's going to start showing that up on a whole new level on a consistent basis until we actually acknowledge it, address it, and release it. And then also our hidden unconscious aspects, some of our belief systems, our emotions, our energy that we've just buried. So it's in some way, this reflection and awareness theme is really about taking that time out to reflect, because it's going to help with this cleansing process that is still also part of this. So what the guides also said, that this is a really, really an amazing opportunity to consciously realign with ourselves, right? With our true nature, with the energy of our soul, our purest essence. So the more we kind of create that space for reflection and awareness and bring that into our everyday life, whatever we're doing, whoever we're with, whatever situations we're in, then that is going to really just expand us and bring in brand new opportunities to really align and connect and really bring through the energy of our soul in this human form. So it's really, really, really exciting. And finally, the fourth theme, here we go. This one is called Between Worlds. And what I got was mostly, it's about the energy that we're accessing through our crown chakra. So I just feel that this whole massive, what I was shown was this like, almost like we're really standing still here, and then this massive portal on our crown chakra is just opening up. But the key message that came through with the guides is, this isn't about leaving your body or anything like that. It is about opening up your crown chakra and bringing the energy through. So it's about integrating the spiritual metaphysical world with the earthly world. And that's why I feel like that August has got this earthly theme to it, because it's really about really anchoring that energy in, bringing it down, integrating it into our everyday life. So what they also said is to make sure that you are staying grounded, right? You nourish your body and you nourish your mind. And maybe you have to take a moment to say, okay, question yourself, am I nourishing my body? Am I nourishing my mind? Or you can take it to another level, which is like when you're about to eat something, is this nourishing for my body and my mind? Is this nourishing for me? And if the answer is no, pick something else and just keep going with that. Again, keep drinking lots of water, because that will also help to kind of move some of the energy that is stagnated, because also there's going to be a lot of releasing that's also going to be happening with that. And the guide said, you know, your guides are just another reminder, they are very, very present with all of us at the moment. So work with them. There's nothing here that you need to do alone. And that's a really key message that they're saying. Work with us. We are here to help you. Our purpose is to be here with you at this time, to do this work with you. So you are definitely not alone. So it's a really strong message that was coming through from the guides. So and with that strength, some of you guys are going to find another level of deepening and, you know, really connecting with your guides. Maybe new guides will enter in, or the guides that you've already got, you're finding that you're hearing or understanding their messages that much louder and clearly. And some of you guys will also, because you're getting these beautiful downloads, because you've opened yourself up, you are grounded, so more downloads will be coming through. So some of you guys will be channeling light codes. Some of you guys will be getting creative, innovative ideas for the future, or things that you need to create. So they're downloads. Some of you guys will also then be experiencing physical upgrades, so upgrades in your intuitive and energetic abilities. So things that will just start to move through you much faster, and you'll be able to grasp hold of some of these kind of things that are not tangible to us in the human realm, but in the metaphysical world we get it, and there's a whole new level of understanding. It's almost like, think about we have a language here on earth, and think about the energy world having its own language. We're almost turning up the volume and turning up our strength, turning up our understanding of that language without needing to translate into the language that we speak here. So it's really about we are really in these two different worlds, but it's between worlds, but it's also kind of integrating them as well. So for some of you guys, you may also be finding yourself going through certain experiences that is going to be a teaching thing for many others. So what you're also doing is you're uploading that information into this cloud consciousness, I call it. So it's almost like, so some other people don't have to go through the same experiences that you're going through, because what you've just gone through is being uploaded into the cloud consciousness, and so therefore people can learn from it and have those teachings from it as well. So it's a really, really interesting, this whole kind of dynamic between the worlds. And for some of us, we may feel like we're more in the, you know, the esoteric world, and can't get the words out. The crown chakra is overly extended or expanded. So just be really mindful of that. So make sure you are grounding. And, you know, for some of us, this may feel really, really exhausting. So really, really be kind to yourself, because there is a lot that is going on. We're opening ourselves up, you know, our human bodies up, our human minds up, our human hearts up to a whole new level of understanding, a whole new world that has a language of its own, has its own toolkit and all of that stuff. So there's a lot that is going on. So this is a really good time to take a moment to reflect back on your self-care practice. Is it serving you right now? Is there anything that you need to add? Is there anything you need to take away that's not working for you? So really, really take it easy, really take care of yourself, make sure you are grounding, breathe, 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 and know that you're not alone, and ask for help, right? So guys, thank you so much for watching the August Insights. And if you have enjoyed this, please do share it with those that you think are going to really enjoy this too, or that might need the information that I've shared in this. Also, feel free to comment below, and if you're watching this on YouTube, do give us a thumbs up. Otherwise, just drop us a heart, or just hit the heart or the like button. I always mess that bit up. So, and then also this month, I am doing the energetic alignments session, which is my group healing journeys. And that one's taking place on Sunday, the 22nd of August at the same time again. So it's 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time. And then from September onwards, I'm going to change the time so it moves back 2 hours, so that it just switch it up so people in Asia can also join as well. And the theme this month is between worlds. So we're really going to be working with the energies of the crown chakra, bringing that in and integrating that. I just feel that there's a whole new level of activation that we're opening ourselves up to. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you guys next month. All right, take care and bye for now.